Let's see how I managed to drill these holes so well centered in these wooden rods. In an upcoming video, we'll see how I made these blind holes also well centered in these pieces of rod. I'll tell you in advance, it was not easy at all. And in a third video, I'll make these holes, this time going side to side and well centered in these smaller pieces. For the first case, I cut a piece of rod and glued it to a piece of thin plywood. It's triangular like this because that's what I had in the shop. When the glue is dry, I place another piece of rod as a spacer, and next to it I glue a third piece. The one in the middle is loose. I only put it there as a temporary spacer. And I add more glue to reinforce. Now I'm going to glue another piece of thin plywood on this side. This way it leaves the gap to fit the wooden rods I want to drill in the end grain. I insert the wooden rod, and it has to sit flush at the end grain, with the others, and with the plywood pieces. Also, when I press the plywood, the rod will stay firmly held. I'm going to use the Doweling jig. That can be fitted like this, and I can move the hole. Because this stop doesn't lock, I need to make a first well-centered mark. First, I'm going to mark the center of the first wooden rod. I think this mark is pretty accurate. With the tip of the drill bit, I'm going to dimple the mark on the rod. This will help me later adjust the drilling jig. The hard grain tends to deflect the tip, so I keep working until I leave the small dimple well centered. I press the setup with the bench vise, and I'm going to center the hole of the drilling jig on the mark. I adjust the position of the drilling jig to make the hole right on the mark, and in the center of the rod's end grain. The dimpling I did helps me put the drill bit in the right position, and the drill bit takes the whole of the jig to its place. I rotate the jig against the plywood pieces, and I'm going to glue a stop block against the drilling jig. The idea is that now the stop helps me place the jig always in the exact spot where I need to drill. And every time I change the rod, I just have to put the jig back against the stop and drill. Let's try it. This drill bit is 8 millimeters and practically not flexible at all. Look at that. Looks good. But as I said, we'll see that for the other two cases I showed at the beginning, it won't be so easy. We have to keep in mind that the wooden rod is not perfectly cylindrical, but I think the holes came out more than well centered. I just needed to make all of those. I'll just do one more example. I needed these rods to make this piece of furniture. I'll leave you the link to the video. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like my videos, subscribe and hit the bell.